Hi, have you ever heard the expression, you just need to be present in a moment to make real change in your life? You know, it's one of the great phrases that gets thrown around a lot in the self-help industry. And it absolutely makes logical sense, you know, to be able to have full focus and clarity, to be more productive, and to just eliminate the overwhelm and the anxiety that comes with making decisions and taking positive action. You do need to be present. The thing that I've found frustrating is that there are a whole lot of people talking about the need and the requirement to be present. And there's not a lot of information out there teaching you how to achieve that. I know for me, when I used to think about it, well, how do I know if I'm present or not? Will I feel different if I'm present? You know, what's the marker? How do you know? How can you find out how to do it? Well, my name is Zanzi May of Expansive Coaching, and in this video I am going to teach you one technique that helps you achieve that sensation of being present. Now, this is just one of many techniques out there, and it is an introduction. But the plan for this is that you start to get an awareness of what it feels like to be present, so then you can tune in your day-to-day life to those moments when you are present, and you'll also know when you're not, and you'll have a way to bring yourself back and have all of your focus and attention in the present moment. So if you would, go ahead and close your eyes and begin by just noticing how you feel. Just bring an awareness to your body. Almost imagine scanning, doing a scan of your body from the top of your head and scanning down and noticing, are you holding any tension in your eyebrows or in your jaw? How are your shoulders feeling and down your back? And without feeling like anything is right or wrong or good or bad, this is really just an awareness exercise in the beginning to just notice where you're at. At this point, just notice. Just notice how you're feeling, how your body feels. And then continue scanning down through your core and your hips, and noticing in your thighs and calves, and even your feet and hands. Just, are they feeling pretty relaxed? Is there a little bit of tension here and there? Just notice. And then the next step is to just start noticing your breath. And then I want you to give yourself a score of how you're feeling in this moment. Are you feeling frustrated? Are you feeling like, get on with it already, I don't have time for this? And just notice if there's that anxiety or frustration or impatience. And again, without judging it good or bad, it just is. But these are the little signs you can look out for in your own body that give you a little signal and tell you, yes, I am present, no, I'm not. And now, without having to change anything or relieve any tension, I want you to just imagine that there's a little miniature lighthouse with the light, swooping around gently. And I want you to imagine it sitting right in the center of your head. And without having to get too caught up on where the center of your head is, just, have the intention that this little lighthouse is going to find the exact right spot to be in. But it's somewhere deep in behind your eyeballs, drop down through the top of your head. If you drop down, somewhere between your eyes and your head, right in that central point, there's a little lighthouse. And just bring your awareness to the sense of a light just gently swooping around. But just sort of have a sense of, wow, how much of me is off in the past? Is there a big chunk of my thoughts and focus worrying about the last week, the last month, the last 6 years? Just running in the background, all these thoughts and ideas and this sort of draw to go back to the past. And just imagine, like moths to a flame, like this light in the lighthouse can swoop around and just gather up any of those thoughts, any of that attention off in the past, and just draw it in to the center of the lighthouse, almost giving more power to the light bulb in the lighthouse. So the light might just get a little brighter. And then take your focus and notice how much of you is off in the future. How much of your thoughts, your focus, your attention is worrying about the next 10 minutes, the next month, what your goals are and how you've got to do this big to-do list. Whatever it is, it doesn't matter, and don't judge it as good or bad. Just notice it and allow this light in the lighthouse to gently swoop around and just again gather up like moths to a flame, bringing all of that focus and attention back into the light bulb, into the center of the lighthouse. And again, notice if that just gives more power to the light that's swooping around gently. And if you start to have sort of distracting thoughts going on in your head, again, don't worry about it too much. It's neither good nor bad, it just is. Just almost imagine that the light in the lighthouse can just draw those thoughts back too. They're just a distraction. This is something new. And just allow that to be okay. And then as a final step in this process, notice if there's any just scattered energy. It's almost like buzzing about energy. Sometimes you can sort of feel a buzzing around your chest or your back. You don't need to know what it is, what the thoughts are, what the attention is. Just have that intention that this light in the lighthouse is going to draw all of that focus and attention back into the center of your head in this light bulb, in this lighthouse. And you may notice, you can bring the awareness to your actual head. Sometimes you may notice like a slight pulsating feeling in your head. It doesn't matter if you do or don't feel it. Just notice if you have that awareness of sort of like something going on in the center of your head where you've drawn all the thoughts and focus back in. And then what I want you to do is go ahead and open your eyes and look around the room or the space that you're in. And just notice if there's a sense like it's almost like your eyes are taking in more information, or if there's a new depth to the colour in the walls, or there's more clarity in what you're seeing. That's a nice little side effect of being present. So this feeling now is the feeling of being present in a moment. It's quite a simple technique that you can practice and play with. And in the beginning it may not feel totally natural, it may feel like it requires some tweaking here and there, but you can come back and play with this technique and tool as often as you like, and over time, just like learning to drive a car. The first time you get behind the wheel, there's nothing natural and normal about it, and you worry about, am I driving straight, am I on the right side of the road, whatever. This is a little bit the same. Have patience with yourself. Know that this is a practice that requires just keep on doing it, keep on trying it. And eventually it'll feel so natural, like tying a shoe. You don't even need to think about it. So enjoy this process. Feel free to add comments down below if you'd like more information, or if you've got any questions, or how you found the experience. I'd love to hear from you, and I'd be very happy to respond if you have any questions. So enjoy this new awareness and understanding of what it feels like to be present. And then the next step is to go and enjoy the benefits it brings to your everyday life. Thanks, take care, see you soon.